Hello everybody, I'm JP from JP's Aviation and welcome to the first episode of my new 1:400 scale Tampa International Airport series. Today's update will take place in the late morning time around 10:30 to 11 o'clock. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first aircraft for today's update will be this United 737-800. He just arrived in from Newark and will be heading back out there in a bit. Moving back over to the opening shot is this JetBlue A321. He will be heading out to Boston. And then we have this JetBlue A321neo. He just arrived in from New York John F. Kennedy and will be heading right back out there. Moving over to my two newest models, we have a JetBlue A320, which just arrived in from New York LaGuardia and will be heading out to Cancun. And then in focus now is the Spirit A320neo, which just arrived in from Fort Lauderdale. And ending off airside A is this Spirit Airlines A321, which just arrived in from DFW. Moving to airside C, you can see that I don't have a terminal for this airside or the other two airsides, which we still have to get to. I'm hoping by the next update next month, I'll have the 3 other terminals that I need and I'll have the rest of the airport finished. This is probably my most finished side right now, except for the terminal where I have all the markings done. But the other side, I still need to do a few more markings, and the runway 2 still needs to be marked up. You'll see that when we get to it. So with this shot right here, we have a Southwest 737-800, which will be heading out to Buffalo. Here we have a Southwest 737 MAX 8, which just arrived in from Chicago Midway, and then we'll be heading out to Dallas Love Field. And here's another Southwest 737-800. Both of my 800s that I've shown you are the NG version. I also have a Gemini version on the taxiway, which we'll get to. But this 800 arrived in from Windsor Locks in Connecticut, and then we'll be heading out to Kansas City. And here we have the Panda Models 737-700 from Southwest. And this one arrived in from DCA, and then we'll be heading out to Dallas Love Field. And then here's my Gemini Jets 737-800 from Southwest. This is in the Heart 1 color scheme, which is just the Heart 1 label under the cockpit windows. This one will be heading out to Havana. And then right in front of it is this United 737-800, which will be heading out to Houston Intercontinental. Over at airside E now is this Delta 757, which will be doing the Atlanta turnaround. And then here we have these two Delta 737s, both made by ngmodels. The one on the bottom is the 900ER, and we'll be heading out to JFK. And then the one on top, and should be in focus right now, is the 737-800, and we'll be heading out to Boston. Moving on to the Frontier section of airside E is this Frontier A320neo heading out to Dallas. And then this other Frontier A320neo, which will be heading out to Chicago Midway. And then on the runway right now, which you can tell isn't marked, is this Breeze Airways A220, which just arrived in from Charleston, South Carolina. Finally, at airside F, which is right now strictly American, is this American Airlines A320-200, which is doing the Philadelphia turnaround. He just came in from Philadelphia. And then in focus now is this American A321, which is doing the Dallas-Fort Worth turnaround. On the bottom of your screen now is the American Airlines 737 by ngmodels. This one will be heading out to Philadelphia. And then on the top of your screen is the Gemini Jets A321, and this one will be heading out to Charlotte. Here is an American Airlines A319, this one also by Gemini Jets, and it just arrived from DCA, Washington Reagan. Closing today's update off is this Delta Airlines A321. This one was made by ngmodels, and it just arrived in from Minneapolis. The Minneapolis flight is operated by, from what I've seen, 3 main different types of aircraft. Today when I'm filming this, it was actually operated on the 757-200, but I only have one 757-200, and it was most realistic for me to put that on the Atlanta turnaround. It's also been operated by the 900ER. I have the Gemini Jets 900ER, but I like the ngmodels A321 better, and that's the other plane I've seen it operated on, so I threw it on the A321-200. I hope everyone enjoyed the update. It's the first episode in the new series. There's still a lot of work to be done on this airport. I have to finish markings up, like I said previously, get the terminals ready, and probably a few other things I have to do. I am going to start to upload more consistently on the channel, so there will be another airport update next week of a different airport. And yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time on JP's Aviation. Goodbye.